So in today's video, I'm going to be drawing fan art of my Fursona Nyx because he deserves it. Hello guys, this is Nyx, your local bunny boy here, and welcome back to my channel. So I feel like I haven't drawn much of fan art for my Fursona, so this video is just an excuse to draw more fan art of him because why not? Why the fuck not? Now obviously a little bit of a detailed explanation of what inspired this specific Fursona. He's basically a combination of two separate illustrations. One of them was a character that used to be named Jasper, and the other is a profile picture image I drew randomly one day. I decided to take those two characteristics, mix a little bit more of myself into it, and combine them to make Nyx. So yeah, let's get into the art of it all. Now, to first start off with a little bit of talking about the art and how it came to be before I started rambling about some nonsensical bullshit like I always do, this specific art piece comes from a thumbnail I did for a previous thank you for, I forgot what it was, something subscribers. I'm not gonna look it up right now because bitch, I'm lazy. I just want to do the voice recordings and get out of this room. But anyway, it was for that, so I took the thumbnail sketch for it and decided to make it an actual illustration because I really liked how it turned out. I was like, ooh, I kind of like this pose, I kind of like everything about it, so let me make it an actual fully rendered image, which makes me feel like I should use this one for that one, replace that specific drawing with this one because it's an updated thumbnail type thing. But let's not do that. Let's not do that. But yeah, that's basically where this one came from. For the background, I didn't know what to do, so you'll see later on that I just put a galaxy in the background. That's it. That's all I do for it. And basically, I really want to make more fan art of my character Nyx because I really want to explore more of the character itself, what he would wear, not how he would do his hair, because the way he does his hair is the way I do my hair. So it's basically just me if I was a bunny, because that's just how I do my hair. The only thing that's missing is the glasses. I don't like drawing glasses. I'm gonna be upfront with y'all. I do not like drawing glasses. They're super fucking annoying, especially as somebody who loves rendering eyes and drawing eyes. Glasses are the bane of my existence, which is kind of a little bit of I don't know what word to use for it, because I have a whole series of 4 illustrations I'm planning on making where the characters are wearing glasses, there are funky shapes and stuff like that. But I don't like drawing glasses. You see the dilemma here. You see the dilemma. But the thing is, with this specific group of, not characters, but random illustrations that I'm planning on making, I've already made peace with the fact that the glasses are going to cover most of the eyes and we're not going to see the pretty eye shines and all that bullshit. I've already made peace with that. I've made peace with my ancestors about that fact. But yeah, I don't like drawing glasses on my characters, even though I wear glasses in real life, so Nyx doesn't have glasses. I just sometimes I will draw the glasses on them, but you can see me bullshit around the lenses and kind of I just don't like blocking the eyes with anything. I don't know, it just bothers me sometimes. It just I don't like doing that. I don't like doing that. Especially if you see a lot of times the eyes will be on top of the hair. Sometimes I'll be like, no, has to be realistic, has to be behind it, and it just kills me when I do that. And I don't know what it is about these specific 2 drawings I made of Nyx, but one of his eyes is closed in both of these 2 illustrations. I just noticed that right now. I don't know why that's a common feature between the 2, but that is a common feature between the 2. And so yeah, but honestly, yeah, I really did enjoy making this illustration. I feel like there's really not that much I would change about it because again, I really liked making this illustration. It's everything. I love it. Keeping in mind that the only fan art that I've made of my character Nyx has either been my profile picture, a little doodle sketch of a simplified version of him, which is a cute little chibi-esque version of him, the sprites that I've made, which aren't really fan art if anything, and obviously the starter pack drawing that I made a while back. That's the only art I've made of Nyx till this point. But yeah, talking more about the character Nyx, at first I kind of felt really like sad having to sacrifice one of my OCs to create him, but then after creating him I was like, never mind, I really love Nyx. So yeah, but basically anytime I look at any fan art, not fan art, but art I made of my OC Jasper, I just see Nyx now, which makes me want to redraw a lot of the art that I made for Jasper, but just interchange him with Nyx. So yeah, that's basically what I want to do now. And I made a lot of art for Jasper because I really did love Jasper when I first made him. But I guess this is kind of like almost like a natural evolution for Jasper. He became Nyx, he became my persona, because again, the first time I ever made him, I fell in love with this character and I fell in love with him. So this is not me technically sacrificing him, but maybe me evolving him in a way, which I think I like that idea more than just me being like, oh, let's change this character with this character, because that's not really how it turned out. Yeah, it's just like an evolution of Jasper, if anything. And I really, again, love how that kind of just like, I love how that goes, I love how that flows. But yeah, this kind of makes me think of all the other OCs that I have that y'all have never seen. Like, you probably never even seen like fan art of these characters, because most of the art that I made of these characters is like super old, before I even started posting on Instagram. So like, you probably never even seen some of these OCs. Let me tell you, I have a fuck ton of OCs, like a fuck ton of OCs, like original characters with backstories. And most of these original characters, at some point in my teenage years, I decided to put them all in one universe called, I forget the name, but it's something OC world. Like it's like a world where my OCs can intermingle with each other. And I've been wanting to make a comic on that, but hell the fuck no, because you know how, like, the amount of characters that are important that would be in that comic, like every character you see is technically important because they're all main characters, because they're all OCs. So technically it's like, you know what I mean? I mean, technically every character you have in a comic is an OC because they're an original character. So like, potato, you get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, this illustration, super fun. I love how I made like one side of it, like the hair shiny is a little bit golden to show the reflection of like the little golden hearts. A part of me wanted me to make them stars, but again, in the original version of this drawing that was on a thumbnail, it was hearts. So I just kept it as hearts because that makes sense, because he's doing like the little baby heart pose. And I always do that towards my cat, and whenever I do that towards my cat, he'll run towards me. So like, just had to put that in there. And now on to the second drawing I made of Nyx. Now I still feel like this isn't enough fan art for my boy. I gotta give him a little bit more, but sometimes it's hard coming up with ideas of what to do, because again, I'm still exploring the persona itself. But I feel like I should just draw more from like the things I like or the things I tend to wear and stuff like that, because he is mostly inspired by things either I want to wear or things that I already wear, and things he does. But like, I haven't really drawn an illustration that fully puts him in a scenario that I would find myself in. Like, I don't really do much, I'm not gonna lie to you. I usually just spend most of my times indoors, but you get what I'm trying to say. I guess when it comes to making a persona or a fursona, you usually put yourself into that character, but you also put things that you want to do and want to wear and want to be in that character at the same time. It's kind of like putting your current self into that character, but also putting a version of yourself that you want to be either in the future or currently, like a version you want to be now or in the future, into that character at the same time. So like, I guess that's where I find it hard to maybe like draw him that often, but I still want to draw him very often. But yeah, to also explain like why at the beginning of the speed paint you don't see me drawing the pose, I got the pose from like a base in Ibis Paint. I don't know, I was fucking around in Ibis, found a cute pose in the base part of it, and I started like tracing it and stuff like that, and I was like, wait a minute, I like this pose, let me use it for an art piece. And I did that. Yes, I used a base. Do I care? No, it was fun, and it was fun, that's all that matters. And it made me draw Nyx. But let me tell you, this art piece took me so long to draw, and I don't know why. Like, I started this drawing on the 11th of like January this year, so like, yeah, it took a while to draw, and I don't even know why it took so long to draw, because looking back at it, I don't even remember why it took so long. I guess it kind of refers to the topic that I talked about, like, not last week, but in the previous video about making a mountain out of a molehill. That's what I did for this drawing. I don't know what specifically like panicked me about this drawing, where I was like, no, I'm not ready to tackle it, or no, I don't know how to tackle certain parts of it, because when I reopened the file recently to finish it, I didn't have any of those hangups. I didn't even remember what one of those hangups could have been that made me not finish this illustration. I just looked at it and just finished it. I just started drawing and finished it. It wasn't even like a burst of inspiration or anything happened. I was just like, oh, this looks fun, let me finish it. So I don't remember what my hang up was or what made me not want to continue this drawing or finish it. I guess I could kind of remember maybe one of them. Like, I thought the face was weird, but looking back, I'm like, no, it's not. It looks fine. It's just that I'm not used to drawing this angle. But that could have been one of them. But then again, it wasn't a strong enough emotion that I felt for me to not finish this. So I don't remember specifically what prevented me from finishing this illustration. That's like a problem of mine. Whenever I need to do something or want to do something new or even like different than I usually do, I usually like not do it because I'm just so like scared of like, oh, how is it gonna turn out? Like, again, making a mountain out of an itty bitty molehill, like turning something that's so easy to solve and so easy to tackle into a big fucking monster that's gonna eat my face. Basically, that's what I do in my own head. It's just basically a cycle that repeats itself. It's like me wanting to do something that I really want to do, me getting caught up in a specific part of that project that I turn into a big monster, thinking that it's a difficult thing to get over, me not doing that thing and getting paralyzed, like decision paralyzed for like a couple of days or even months sometimes, and not doing anything in general because I'm so caught up on that one little thing. Me coming back, forgetting what the problem was, seeing the project and be like, oh, let me finish it. And also, like, again, forgetting what the problem was to begin with, and then realizing, wait a minute, this was easy to do. Why did it take me so goddamn long to do it? Like I said, the 2 videos that I posted recently, that was the major hang up about them. Is like, oh, I was scared of how to edit them because, oh, it's 3 clips in one video. I've done that so many times. I've put 3 like speed paints in one video so many times, so I don't remember what the hang up was besides that, because it's not even valid, because again, I've edited videos like that multiple times, so I don't know what the hang up is. But I guess that also reflects on my YouTube channel with me being not as inconsistent as I would want to be, because again, sometimes I'll reach a roadblock where like I'm editing a video, something difficult comes up, my brain will automatically make that into a monster and be like, oh my god, I can't face this monster, and I'll become decision paralyzed on what to do next, because I don't want to edit the video because I'm decision paralyzed. I don't want to draw because I feel like I'm wasting my time drawing when I should be editing the video, and becomes the cycle of me not doing what I need to do or doing what I want to do. And then at the end of the day, I'm always like, wait a minute, what was I scared of again? And then I do the thing, I finish it with no issues at all, and then I just look back thinking, wow, I'm a dumbass, or I feel like, wow, what was that? Why did I feel that way about this project? I clearly could complete it and could do it fairly easily. I just needed to, you know, clock in, make my brain work a little bit. But like, I don't know what it is. And I feel like I'm getting better at not letting that consume me that much. But there's only so much that sheer willpower alone can get me when it comes to, again, overcoming that mental blockage that I tend to have. But besides all of that, back to the art. Now obviously I really love how this turned out. This is my favorite art piece I ever made of NYX. I really freaking love it. Again, I love how it turned out. Again, looking back, what was my issue, what was my blockage? I love how I rendered it, and I especially love the background and how I rendered the background, making it a nice like pretty cloudy sky, making it all cutesy. Now obviously when I first like made this illustration, the plan for the background was to have it just be like a wall, which was kind of boring. So here you see me making the clouds, which I thought was kind of boring. So I ended up just making it like, oh, it's like an open area where like maybe there's a window behind him, but then I didn't put any reflections on top to make it look like a window. But I guess in my head it's kind of like a really super clear window. Or it could just be like, maybe it's like a short balcony area where like you can't see the railings because they're maybe a little bit short, and like there's like curtains, and like there's a table with a orb, not an orb, it's one of those like psychic orbs. Again, I don't remember what they're called, but yeah, it's one of those. I actually want to buy one of those. I have a little orb thingy on my desk that has like a rain cloud in it and has like light coming through. It's always on constantly because it gives me a little bit of serotonin every time I see it. I've been wanting to decorate my desk with little tiny little trinkets more and more, but not too many. Right now I have like at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trinkets on my desk that are like decorative and aren't like functional. Like I even bought one of those like do you know Star from Disney's Wish? I personally don't like the movie, but I did buy the star figurine because again, I love stars. When I saw it, I was like, okay, this is kind of cute. I'ma buy it. I did buy it. Sits on my desk now. Super cute, and I freaking love it. Still disappointed about the movie. That shit could have been way better, but hey, that's another time, another place. I might even want to do an exercise of rewriting it at some point. That would be fun. That would be fun, honestly. But yeah, that's the second art piece, and I really love it because again, it's the best drawing I've ever done of Nyx, and I just want to keep getting better and better and drawing him more and more. But one thing that I really wanted to do in these illustrations was explore Nyx more as a character, because I really plan on wanting to make a VTuber at some point, and I want to like make one and stick with it. I don't want to keep editing the VTuber because my character is changing, but I guess that's just how personas and fursonas work. You keep developing them, you keep changing, because you're gonna grow, develop, and change as a person. So obviously the model itself, the character itself, is gonna change and develop. So I shouldn't tell myself, oh, I have to be 100% sure about Nyx's design before I make it. I should just do it, you know? It'll be a fun project. It'll be fun. I don't know when I'm gonna do it, but I really do want to do it. But yeah, anyway, that's the video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do those fun YouTube things. I have a Blue Sky. I have an Instagram. Feel free to check me out on those 2 platforms if you're interested. Tell me about your fursonas and personas, and like what do you like about them, or what inspired you to make them, and all that good stuff. And also tell me about your mental hang-ups when it comes to doing things, making art, and doing things that you enjoy, and like what makes you go like perfectionistic mode and block things out and not want to complete things. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.